It's Andrew Eborn here with another edition of the Andrew Eborn Show, and I'm delighted to welcome back a regular on this channel, explaining all things about shaman and exciting things like that. It is Charmaine. How are you doing, Charmaine?
I'm good, thank you.
Now, I'm going to take you all the way back and say you've been a regular on this show for some time, and on one particular occasion, you brought along a little chap who was celebrating his 10th birthday. We had a little bit of banter, we had a little bit of magic, and we also tried an experiment, and we called it Alfie's rice test. Talk us through the test, and let's have a look at the results.
Okay, so the rice test visually shows you the impact of our thoughts and feelings. So it's like a visualization of consciousness. And you have 3 jars. In one jar, you write the word love, and you say lovely things to it every day for a month, for a minute a day. In the next jar, you write hate on it, and you say hateful things into that jar every day for a minute. And the 3rd jar, you just ignore. You don't do anything with it. What do yours look like?
Well, I knew you'd be asking that. We're going to get Alfie in as well, because I had brought all of the jars with me, and I did exactly, I'm checking my diary, the 19th of May, 2020.
Wow.
That is 21 weeks ago. 21 weeks ago.
Wow.
So we've been doing this on a dedicated position, 21 weeks of results. It normally happens in how many weeks does it normally happen in?
Well, normally you can do it in a month. You will start to see the results in a month. Yours must be epic.
5 times, more than 5 times as long as anybody normally does. I've got the 3 jars here with me. Which jar would you like to see first?
The hate jar.
Or so we should keep the hate jar till last, shouldn't we? Because that's so I guess we should work our way to. So the really positive one should be the love jar, shouldn't it? Okay,
yes.
So this is, here we go. I've got this here. I mean, we can do this behind the thing. This is the love jar. And if you have a look here, see the results of that.
You've been doing it, I can tell.
Can you tell that is the love jar? And we wrote that one there. And that's
very good.
I'll put this over here and just make sure we're not cheating. That one can go literally there. You can see it in the corner. If I move it down a little bit. I'll do the ignore jar next, yes?
Yes.
So you can see, so the ignore jar, that's basically when you don't say anything. The love jar, we say, and we come and say, oh, I love you so much. I love you so much. The love jar. All the positive thoughts into there. This is the ignore jar. And if you have a look at the ignore jar, let's have a look. The ignore jar next to the love jar.
Is it growing mold? I can't see it clearly. It should have a little bit.
I can't see any mold at all on it.
Oh.
It is an O, isn't it? So I have to say that the love jar, which had lots of love, looks exactly the same as the ignore jar.
What's your hate jar like then?
You want to see my hate jar? You're going to see my hate jar. There we go. So that's the love and the ignore, which look the same. The hate jar, you're going to be shocked at this. You're going to be absolutely shocked. This is the jar. This is the jar that I put all of the hate in. Every time we walk past it, we sort of go such negativity. Do you want to see what it's like?
Yes.
Such negativity for, what is it, 21 weeks from the 19th of May until today. It has had so much hate, you could not believe it. This is the hate jar. Do you want to have a look? Moment of
freezing it there in case it's not turned. It hasn't turned, has it?
It hasn't turned at all. And if we compare the hate jar with the ignore jar, it looks exactly the same. And if you compare the hate jar with the love jar, it looks exactly the same. So I have to say, we've either got so much love going on in this household that all the jars look the same.
I've never seen it where the hate jar doesn't grow mold.
Isn't that incredible? 21 weeks. It's not even like a couple of weeks.
I've never actually seen it. And loads of us have done this experiment. I've never seen it where the rice doesn't turn.
Your
ignore jar hasn't even started to turn, like that orange colour.
None of it at all. So
what? Haven't you got fur on it?
There is no fur on any of the jars. I can look really carefully, and I have to say that they look, this is the love jar, this is the hate jar. And to
The
me,
hate jar looks more edible.
the hate jar looks more edible. It does, I guess.
It looks whiter rice than the other one.
I know, it does look a bit brighter, doesn't it? But that may just be the sunshine next to it or whatever it is. You could be right. But
I am devastated for you because I know what it's like to have to remember to do that every single day.
I know. So that's the thing. But what we should do, so that from and I was happy to do with the experiment. We did all of that, and we're very good. We did our love, hate, and ignore, and they all turned out the same. I think what we have to do, we should get little Alfie back.
Yes.
What's it all about, Alfie? Because we promised him on his 10th birthday, he religiously did this. He did the rice experiment. We followed along with him. And I went online. I've looked at all these rice experiments and how it's all worked. And I've seen the results which they profess to have. I have to say, and I always say, I keep an open mind about these things.
Yes.
And it's miraculous. This is like a miracle. This has never happened in the whole history of rice jar experiments, that the love and the hate are the same. Isn't that?
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
And it's not only that, 21 weeks.
I know.
So,
I know.
There must be such positivity. Most things would be crawling out the door with mold. This looks almost delicious, doesn't it?
I admire your resilience, because that every day for a month is long enough. You end up looking at the jars thinking, oh, I've got to do it again. Because it is a commitment when you do the rice experiment, but I've never seen it not work.
It's fantastic. Well, it is an absolute joy. Ignore, love, hate, they're all the same. They're all the same. It just goes to show there must be so much love in this household. That spreads over everything. It's that think like a proton and stay positive. That's
I like that. I do really like that.
It's always good. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get young Alfie back. Ask young Alfie what it's all about. And I would love to see how he got on. And anybody who's been playing along at home, if you've got a different experience, but just remind people what they're supposed to do. And so those who haven't tried last time, go back and watch that video. But very quick reminder of what people have to do, and whether it's a particular rice you use, particular jars or anything like that. What is the basic experiment in a 30-second quick resume, quick summary, if you like, of what they have to do?
Get 3 jars, cook some rice, put equal amounts of rice in each jar. On one, write love; on the other, write hate; on the other one, ignore it. In the love jar, say lovely things every single day for a minute every day. In the hate jar, say really hateful things every single day. And the hate jar should grow. Lots of black mold. The ignore jar, which you just ignore, should have some mold. And the love jar should be vibrant. Or it might turn out like Andrew's. We don't know. Let us know.
Definitely let us know. But for now, Charmaine, thank you very much for joining me, and stay positive.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye.